How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about BBIG. Like I was saying in my previous videos, if we have strong market conditions, BBIG could benefit from that, and that's why we were able to post up a very strong green day. We also did get to that resistance level at $3.60. You know what? I'll talk about it further inside this video. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is a technical analysis. We want to take a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. We want to know what it looks like in the bearish case scenario and as well as in the bullish case scenario. And then we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information. The reason why this is important because it does have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know the buying and the selling behavior on the retail side and as well as on the institutional side. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for BBIG. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $3.59, being up 19.27%. On the low, it tested $3, and then on the high, testing $3.64. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 62.469 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days is at 31.797 million shares. So we did have above average volume on the day, and this contributed to the strength we saw in BBIG stock. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is the daily chart, we can see from the RSI down below, it is at 55.61. And then when we take a look at our moving averages here on the chart, we are below the 100-day, the 200-day, but we are above the 50-day and as well as the 21-day EMA. So like I was talking about in previous videos, we were looking for that move to 360. We ended up going to 364 and we closed at 359. So we're right where we want to be. So going into tomorrow, if we have strength inside of the market, I want to see BBIG make that move to see if we can get past this $3.90 level. Passing it, this is where I want to see if we can actually get past the 200-day at $4.17. If we're able to do this, and officially BBIG has gotten itself out of the bear market. And this is why I'm saying this is where the price action can get very interesting if we have a lot of FOMO coming into the play and so forth. But again, $4 is a psychological area. There could be a good amount of selling pressure here, so that is one thing you're going to want to keep in mind. As far as support, we can see as far as for this $3 level, we've been talking about it for quite some time as well. It's continuing to hold up, and that's part of the reasons why we got the move that we had today. Strength in the market, buying pressure coming in, and that demand, especially when we broke through 330 and then making that move, got past 350, it was off to the races from there. So let's see how the stock performs going into tomorrow, but if we do have a pullback, we just want to see this $3 level continue to hold. So we're going to take a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information for BBIG. So green rows indicate new positions while red rows indicate closed positions. So we can see for the recent filings for February the 9th, we have two closed positions. We have Trust Core Financial Services LLC and as well as Dimensional Fund Advisors LP. And now when we take a look at the short interest, the dark pool short volume ratio is at 55.54%, and then for the dark pool short volume, it is just over 6.2 million shares. Scrolling down further on the page, the short shares availability is at 2,000, updated 20 minutes ago, and then for the short borrow fee rate being at 75.66%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume, we can see for the close of the 7th, it's at 53.92, and then for the close of the 8th being at 55.54. So one thing that remains the same, BBIG does have short squeeze potential, and if we have buying pressure coming into the stock, this is where we could see those moves to the upside. So now let's move on to the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for BBIG. So we see here on the inflow, it's at 46.19, and then on the outflow, it's at 46.91. Taking a look at the breakdown on the large, it was 2.63. On the medium, it was 33.40, and then on the small, it was 10.16. Taking a look at the outflow side, you can see on the large, it was 2.27. On the medium, it was 34.92, and then on the small, it was 9.72. Keep in mind these numbers are in the millions. Taking a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for February the 9th, it being that inflow of 364,000, just over that. And then when we analyze the numbers even further for the small scale orders that tends to represent the retail side, we had more buying than we had selling. And then when we take a look at what happened on the medium, we had more selling than we had buying. And of course, the large, which we just covered, which represents whales, institutions, our funds, we had more buying than we had selling. And then when we take a look at the turnover ratio, it was at 46.33%. So again, we see this uptick, but one of the things we have to remember, there's a lot of traders that are going in and out of this play. And we also have many people wanting to buy into positions today, considering we saw a lot of strength inside of tech. This goes back to what I've been saying in many of my videos. People don't like coming into the market until they start seeing stocks running up and everything is looking green. But I know many of you guys who's watched this channel have already been able to get in below that $3 level, or even being close to at $3 since we've been talking about this has been a strong area of support for quite some time. So now let's go into the final thoughts and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for BBIG, it was great to see the green day that it had. We talked about resistance being at $3.60. We ended up seeing a high of $3.64. So going into tomorrow, if we still have strength inside of the tech sector, I want to see us being able to get to $3.90. Upon passing $3.90, this is where I want to see us make that move and break through that $4 level. We know $4 is going to be a psychological area, so that's just one thing that you're going to want to keep in mind. If we end up having a pullback, we do have some key CPI data that's going to be coming out. I want to see us at least continue to hold up the $3 level, but if we have a little small pullback, most preferably I want to see us hold up at least around $3.30. If you remember, that was a previous resistance level that we dealt with. So this is why I'm saying, as far as for the overall trend of the stock, things are looking good. The chart is looking amazing due to the day that we had. And this is why I want to see us get to that $4 range, especially their strength inside of the market. Also, when we went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, it does continue to have short squeeze potential. Yes, we do see the short borrow freeze staying in that same range around the 70% area. But again, anyone who wants to short this play, you're still paying a hefty fee regardless. So buying pressure is going to be your worst enemy. And this is why shorts are going to get punished if we continue to see more buying volume coming into the stock. So I'm going to remind you guys again, if you're inside of this play, just make sure that you had a solid entry. And if you don't have a solid entry, figure out how you could stop from making that mistake again. And then as far as your exit is concerned, where do you want to start taking your profits? What's going to make you satisfied? The reason why I'm talking about this, you do not want to be sitting down there just watching the stock move, because the last thing that you want is to be up quite a bit and then all of a sudden you're down and you're riding the elevator all over again. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I can't wait to see how the stock performs going into tomorrow.